What's up, buddy? 90s Man Dude here. What's up, everybody? Well, not good. So I could say 90s Man Dude and more. Because I am still going to cover stuff from the 90s, but I'm like branching out and doing other stuff too. Because 90s stuff is cool, but there's only so much right now. I mean, there's more coming out later on, but there's only so much I can do right now. So it's kind of like a very narrow area, you know what I mean? And there's other new products coming out, like the new Mountain Dew Ice. I tried that. It's okay. This video is going to be about some of the new music coming out this year. I'm going to cover metal first, and then I'll cover all the other spectrums of music too. A lot of stuff that's coming out so far this year. In another video here in a little while, I'll be doing a video that covers all the movies that are coming out this year, up until I think 2020 is how far up I can go. But yeah, if there's anything else y'all want to know about, like as far as bands or whatever stuff you don't hear from in a long time, let me know. I can talk about it. Like I know System of a Down is back together as a group. They said it's going to be a good while before they ever put an album out. It may not be this year, it may not be next year, but they said they will work on another album. I just don't know exactly when that one will be coming out. Edema is back together with the original lineup. That's another great band from the 90s if y'all don't remember them. Edema is the band of the younger brother of Jonathan Davis from Korn. I don't remember the guy's name. I just know he's the younger brother of Jonathan Davis. And they had just got back together with the original lineup. They did a tour last year with the original lineup. The tour is over. They're not touring anymore. They're now in the studio working on a new album. I will let y'all know when I find out when I find out the day that comes out. That's what I'm trying to say here. But so far this year, as far as starting off with the heavy metal coming out this year, let's see here what it say, the 16th, so, yeah, let's say it's the 17th. So coming out the 19th of January, so far we have, Anvil with a movie called Pounding the Pavement, and then Black Label Society with an album called Grimmiest Hits. Which, if I remember right, Black Label Society is going on their farewell tour this year. Also on the 19th, you have Kane Hill with an album called Gone Too Far, then a band that I'm happy about, Of Mice and Men, with an album called Defy. Also Terror Universal, I love that band too, called Make Them Bleed. And then that's not all of them, it's just there's some of the bands on there, like this one's called Unshine, and it's Astro. Some of these bands, like, I don't know how to pronounce the name right, so I'm not even going to try and give it a try, you know what I mean? Here we go to the 26th. We have Black Moth with Atomic Venus. I don't know. This one must be a German. It's Hamatom, I guess. And then Beste der Fahrenheit. However you say that, like I said, I'm not good with other languages or nothing like that. Also on the 26th of January, we have a band, the band In Vain with an album called Currents. And you have Loudness with Rise to Glory, the Machine Head with Catharsis, I guess that. And then you have a band New Year's Day with Diary of a Creep. Then you have Orphan Land with Unsung Prophets and Dead Messiahs. Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons with The Age of Absurdity. And you have Phil H. Amasilo and the Illegals with Choosing Mental Illness as a Virtue. Then you have the Poodles with an album called Prisma. Then you have Porto with Ion. Then you have Sleeping Giant, another band that I love that I hope I can go see soon here in concert. Their album's called I Am. Sad part is, this is the final album they were putting out. They're going to put this album out, and they're going on tour this year, and that's it. They're done, they're breaking up. And on the 28th, you have Rebellion with Tragedy and Steel Part 2, Shakespeare's King Lear. February 1st, you have Gnawing Their Tongues with Genocide Majesty. Then the 2nd of February, you have Long Distance Calling with Boundless. Magnets with Machine Nation. Saxton with Thunderbolt. Therion with Beloved Antichrist. Then on the 9th, you have the Atlas Moth again. Wait a second, Atlas Moth Common Nor. Let me see here, the Atlas Moth. I thought I mentioned that band earlier. No, it was Black Moth, I said. Sorry about that. Wrong band. Anyways, back to the 9th. We have Harm's Way with Pulsed Human. And then Voodoo Circle with Raised on Rock. And then on the 16th of February, you have Busy Reed with Rock and Roll Ain't Easy. Escape the Fate with I Am Human. Now, For the Fallen Dreams with the album called 6. Then you have The Plot in You with an album called Disposed. Then you have Pop Evil with a self-titled album called Pop Evil coming out. And then you have Sin Just Fail with If There Is a Light, It Will Find You. And then you have Visions of Atlantis with The Deep and the Dark. Then on the 21st, you have Royal Hunt with Cast in the Stone. And then you have, on the 23rd, Demon Boringer, I can never say their name right, with Immersion Dill Seasonal Summit EP. And then, let's go on down to, let's see here, on March the 9th, you have Judas Priest with Firepower, Miles Kennedy with Year of the Tiger, Nightwish with Decades, a compilation album. What that is just celebrating them being together for 10 years as a band, and is a compilation of all their hits throughout the last 10 years. Also on the 9th of March, you have Suicidal Tendencies with their album called Get Your Fight On, which is an EP album. And then you have on the 12th of March, it's called On Thorns I Lay with an album called Age Again Sorrow. I can't say these names right, dadgummit. Yeah, and then on the, you have, on the 16th, you have The Crown with Cobra, Speed, Venom. There are so many things like I said, I'm skipping on purpose because I don't know how to say their names. On the 23rd, you have Dark Buddha Rising with 2 EP. And then, on April, you have Ceremony, Crematory with Oblivion. And on the 13th and the 27th of April, you have Anthrax with Kings Among Scotland. And then May 4th, so far, that's the end of the list here. May 4th, Iron Angel with Hellbound. Also this year with album, working on an album this year, you have Killswitch Engage working on a new album. It's been a while for them. I'm glad to hear about that. Then you have A Perfect Circle. As They Lay Dying is supposed to be getting back together with Tim Labias. I'm not sure how that's going to work because what happened with him. He plans on getting the band together with new members and still calling it As They Lay Dying. And then you have Mushroom Head working on a new album. Oh Sleeper. See, Oh Sleeper put a new single out back in October of 2017, and they still put an album out. It's called Something in Oxygen. I don't remember exactly the full name. I just know it's supposed to come out last year, and then they said at the beginning of 2018, and now there's just, you don't know when it's coming out. They haven't put a date yet. It's just, I remember they put the Oxygen is the single they put out last year, and it's actually pretty good. If y'all haven't heard it yet, go to YouTube and check it out. It's a very good album. I mean, dadgum. It's a very good song. Let's see here. Let's go to the other website, and I'll cover other genres other than just metal. On what's coming out this year. So far. Hang on a second. Let me see what this message says on my phone. Alright, I'm good now. Let's go with this one. Okay, on, I remember, I already said that one. Fall Out Boy, January 19th, you have a new album called Fallout, by Fall Out Boy called Mania coming out. And then you have one by a band called Porches, whoever that is, called, The House. And you have another one, that's a weird thing, it's called The Gold Team, with an album called Semicircle. And then you have They Might Be Giants, which is a good album, a good band, with an album called I Like Fun. They Might Be Giants is a very good band. They will give you something to laugh at sometimes. January 26th, we move on to. You have Nightmares on Wax, Save the Future. Django with Marvel Skies. Johnny Jewel with Digital Rain. No Age with Snares Like a Haircut. You have Rick Springfield with an album coming out called The Snake King. And then you have The Spook School with Could It Be Different, and another band called The Steep Canyon Rangers with Out in the Open. Some of these bands I've never heard of, but y'all may have heard some of them. That's why I'm naming some of these. I can never say his name right. Oh, y'all can comment, in the comments below on how to pronounce these names. Alright, you have Wellington, and I can never say his name right. He's a guy that sang that song called Cell, Cell, with an album called Here Come the Runts. Then you have another one on February. This is on February 2nd, by the way. You have February 2nd. You have Hookworms with Mike Smith. And you have Field Music with Open Here. And then you have Justin Timberlake with an album called Man of the Woods. And then you have Simple Minds with The Walk Between the Worlds. Then on 9th of February, we move on to, you have Dashboard Confessionals coming out with Crooked Shadows. And then Frennerland with Always Ascending. And you have MGMT with Little Dark Age. The Wombats is a band coming out with an album called The Beautiful People Will Ruin Your Life on February 9th. February 16th we move on to now. You have Escape to Fate, which is another good band called I Am Human. I think I already said that one. You have American Nightmare with an album called American Nightmare. And beside it says AKA Give Up the Ghost. And then you have Born Ruffians with Uncle Duke and the Chief coming out. Okay. Then this band is called Fisher Spoon, and the album is called Sure. Okay. Sometimes I wonder where do they come with these. Like this one. Planos Become the Teeth. I don't know how they come with the name of that band. I don't know what it's called. Wait for Love. You have Super Chunk with Wait, What a Time to Be Alive. Then you have one called U.S. Girls with In a Poem Unlimited. And you have another band called Wild Beasts. Last Night All My Dreams Came True. It says a live album, also decided in parentheses just the final album. Remember, all of those are February 16th of this year. February 23rd, we have Fever Ray with Plunge, Grundis with Coffee and Jam, S. Carey with 100 Acres, Reggie and the Full Effect with an album called 41. Then you have We Are Sarks with Last Touch. We move on to March 2nd. You have Andrew W.K. with You Are Not Alone. You have Dean Ween Group with Diener Rock Part 2. Now that's weird because it says Dean Ween Group and it says Diener Rock Part 2. The funny part is Diener was what my family, a lot of my friends called me when I was younger. In fact, some of them still call me Diener today, and I don't mind it because I kind of like that nickname. Now, when's the last time you heard about this? March 2nd. Moby. When's the last time you heard about Moby? Moby coming out with an album called Everything Was Beautiful and Nothing Hurt. I don't know how he came up with the name of that album. Then you have Soccer Mommy with an album called Clean. So, yeah, you got Sonny Smith with Rod for Your Love. It says over there, Sonny and the Sunsets. I guess Sonny Smith is from Sonny and the Sunsets. I guess he's doing a solo album now. I'm not sure, Okay, then we move on to March 23rd, which is the day before my birthday. You have Guided by Voices with an album called Space Jam. Jack White, which if you know him, you know from the White Stripes, with Boarding House Reach. Then you move on down here to April 23rd. We have I'll say it backwards. You have Breaking Benjamin with Ember, and then Mouse on Mars with Dispensable People. Then that is it for that list right there. Also, I talked about it before, and I'll talk about it again. I don't know the day yet, but I do know that sometime in April is the new album by Shinedown coming out this year. In Vogue is working on a new album. It's supposed to come out this year called Electro Cafe. I ain't heard about In Vogue in a while. Diddy is sometime this year, says TBA. It don't really have a year yet. It says No Way Out Part 2. Gorillaz, it says 2018, and the album name is TBA right now. I'll let y'all know when I find about that. Kanye West has a new one coming out. It says TurboGrafx 16, and the release date on it says TBA. My Bloody Valentine says TBA for the title album, and it says 2018. Same thing with My Morning Jacket. It says the year 2018 with the album title called TBA. Rammstein, or Rammstein, however you want to pronounce it. It says TBA on the album and the year. So in other words, he is working on a new album. They just don't know exactly when it's going to come out. Tool, it says TBA for the album, and it says 2018. The Offspring, it says it will come out this year, but the title of the album is TBA. So that is all I have for now. I'm going to do some more reactions here in a little bit, and I will be, like I said, I will do another one of movies coming out this year. If y'all want to see it, comment below, let me know of anything else y'all want me to cover, like music, or movies, or TV series, or whatever. Anything you want me to cover, music, news-wise, movie-wise, whatever, let me know. in the comments below, and I will cover this section for y'all. Until then, I'll be back. Later, y'all.